Hi, this is Guy Glidden. I am the Newman University Southeast Kansas Coordinator, and this is a third part of a three-part series on the issue of teaching as career. Section 1 had to do with career searches, and the focus was on developing a good list of questions. So it was all about what kind of questions should you be asking, and where should you be looking for some of the answers to some of those questions. The second part of the presentation had to do with the attributes of a successful teacher. So what characteristics or attributes have to do with effective, successful teachers, and also with teachers who are satisfied teachers. And a lot of this is based on some generalized research we have in this area. So that's kind of important. Finally, we're going to talk this time about how institutions cooperate to support teaching as career. And this would apply to any community college that has a 2+2 articulation agreement with Newman University, and this certainly applies to Coffeyville Community College. So let's be specific about that. It does apply here, but it applies to a lot of situations. Let me look a little bit at the nature of the program that I'm the coordinator for, and this will give you an idea of what an articulation agreement or a 2+2 agreement looks like. So in this case, and this is your case, you're the student here, you complete a 2-year Associate of Arts or Associate of Science degree program at a community college in Kansas. And this is the program that's usually very specifically identified in your catalog as the program that allows these courses to be transferred to a 4-year institution with which there is an articulation agreement. It's all pretty clearly stated. Sometimes they're called Associate of Arts programs, sometimes Associate of Science programs, but you need to look at your catalog there. In combination with that, Newman University provides an elementary education major program with courses that are taught locally in this immediate area by successful area teachers, and that program takes 16 months to complete. So one who's completed the 2-year community college program goes to Newman in the fall, spring, and summer of the first year. Second year in this program, they go into a student teaching program, and then they graduate after the fall semester. So, to be specific, if you were to start this program in fall 2014, you would probably be in line to complete the program in December of 2015, 16 months. Now this includes intense advising for all of your course options, process completion, licensure recruitment requirements, financial aids, all those sorts of things. That's my job as the Southeast Kansas Coordinator. And we also look specifically at the coordination of community college courses and Newman University courses to make certain that there's no wasted motion. So a lot of that goes along with the program. The program also has opportunities for 2 important options. One is it does provide an option for individuals who want to add early childhood, what's called the Early Childhood United Program, Unified Program. Now that program actually requires 1 additional semester to complete, so people who would start that in the fall of 2014 would then have to go for 2 full years. So they would go fall, spring, summer, and then the second fall they would take the specialized early childhood courses and then do the student teaching in the spring. So more involvement, more investment of time, but it adds extensively to your licensure and your options for working in early childhood settings. There's another important option which allows for middle level endorsements. So since the elementary education degree is basically for students to teach specifically in elementary or usually in Kansas K through 5 or K through 6 institutions, middle level endorsement allows people to identify teaching areas that can be used in the middle school or middle level endorsement areas. And this would provide opportunities for people to teach in English language arts, math, social studies, and science. This requires some course selection choices at the community college level, but again, that's why I'm here to work with you and your community college people to help you with that process. Another important aspect of the program is this is provided in the form of evening classes, so it really increases the possibilities for people to combine work and education. And this is a big focus on what we call the grow your own teacher concept, the importance of communities actually developing or growing teachers in their own community. So, if you're committed to staying in Southeast Kansas, you have family connections, you like to live here, you like this area, you want a program that would allow you to continue with courses that are offered in these communities, and we're talking face-to-face courses, not online courses. You're in the room with the instructor, and so that you can combine your program and become licensed as a teacher and look for jobs in this area. This is a good program for you. So this is one thing we're talking about here. This is what we talk about, a cooperative agreement. It's a cooperation between the community college and the four-year institution. A little bit about grow your own teacher. I mentioned that concept, but this is an important concept for areas, and I guess this applies to about all areas in Kansas and probably in a lot of other states where it is found that it's difficult to get people from an outside community or an outside area to relocate to serve as qualified or quality teachers in the schools. So one way to solve that problem is to identify people in the local community who could do a great job of teaching in these areas. This is what Grow Your Own Teacher is all about. So we're working not only with you as students who might be interested in doing this, we're also working with area school districts. What kind of encouragements or incentives can be provided? And of course, it's important that the community college, in this case Coffeyville, and the four-year institution, in this case Newman, get their act together and offering course programs. That's what we hope we're doing. So by doing this, it increases options for people who want teaching as careers, are committed in the area. It certainly is a win-win for schools and school districts because it certainly increases the number of highly qualified teachers that are available to teach in local schools, and that includes your friends, your neighbors, and your kids. We hope it's a program, and this is what we're working on, to reduce barriers and adds to local encouragement and support. And finally, we think it's a win-win for the entire area. Finally, let me provide a little commercial for Newman University, the Southeast Kansas program, and that's my identification, Guy Glidden. I'm the coordinator of the program. This provides you a good opportunity to either call me or get me in contact with me if you have questions about the role that Newman University can play in providing options for you to get into the education area. As a reminder, Newman is highly committed to a program that develops teachers that are knowledgeable, caring, reflective, visionary, collaborative, and ethical. We think that's critical, and obviously that's where we're pointing for you to work with us. So, I hope you've enjoyed this three-part presentation. I hope it's helpful to you. As you have questions, I hope you will take advantage of the opportunity to make those contacts and see what you can do about it. Thank you.